They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, it's Lindsay. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Prescott flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 3rd and long for Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on fourth. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run here with Lindsey, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 33. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you...
And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. His 2nd sack of the night. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First throw now for the backup lock. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, 98 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You draw quarters.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. It's caught, Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Check three.
Now a play fake. Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Mack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
First down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Prescott. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 30, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's got it to Williams. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll find Lindsey here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On second down now, it's Lindsey. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Dak Prescott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score.
And he will not get away. He sacked back around the 3-yard line. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 7, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got it. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 72 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Lindsey. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw this time. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Lindsey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another run by Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eluding the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The tackle made by Todd Davis. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They run the draw play with Mack. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Raiders, 55 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, he takes this for 3 to the 29.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Open man is Anderson. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. Check 55, Mike. Stop your whining. 26. 55, Mike. 55. 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Carr. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Prescott to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And he got it. The kick is good. The rookie in his first NFL game hits it as time expires. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.